Hello, hello, hello.
Hey. Hello.
Um, who is it that's coming today?
Dominic actually emailed me an hour ago and said he won't be able to make it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Can he come next week though?
Yeah, he said he can come next week.
Okay, cool. How many more do we have to do?
I believe it's just Gabriella because Justin, I messaged him, but he's currently offboarding, so he finished his internship already.
Um, I don't think he sent me the music he did though. Can you ask him to send the music that he did?
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, like let's make sure that he like before he's like completely off boarded that like he submits everything as per like the document. Because then
Okay.
even if he has completed his hours can't be verified to like what he's done if those requirements haven't been met, I think.
I believe he's not working on remixes though. He's the one that was
Oh.
doing the stuff for the TV show.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but if you could collect it the same way,
Okay.
because I don't know that he sent it to me, and you guys are organizing all the music, so if you could just stick it in there with
Mhm.
us. Yeah, he did like a which is again like he never showed me his final versions of things, and I hate when people do that. Like, oh yeah, I'm done, but I didn't share with you what I finished. So yeah, if you could get, and then we'll bring it here maybe and play it, and then you guys can give feedback, and Mary can tell me where he messed up and or if it's great.
Mhm.
And I saw Cordell, and I said to him, because he basically said the same thing. I'm basically pretty much done. I'm just gonna mix and master it. I'm like, well, could you send us it before you mix and master it? Because he hadn't done the ending when he brought it to us before. So Nina, if you could remind him to send the final version before he mixes and masters it,
Okay.
because and tell him to hold off on the mixing and mastering until we get back to him.
Okay.
And do we have Terrell's final?
Um, I believe he will be sending everything to me. He messaged me that he's gonna send the masters as well as the stems and the mixed out.
Okay. Did he say when?
Um, I just messaged him back this morning,
Okay.
so should be like tomorrow probably.
And that's it. We only have the three of them
Um,
before.
Gabriella, I need to follow up with because she never responded to my email. So I'll probably just message her on WhatsApp. She might not be checking her email.
Yeah. Last time I saw her, she had been uh, she had well she said it on film. So anyway, she had a heart attack a while ago, which is like pretty wild for a young person. So she was recovering, and then she showed up at a meeting, and she said she was going to do rock versions.
Mhm.
So maybe just ask her, has she started yet, or where she get it like a status update from her.
Okay. Um,
So it's basically Terrell, Gabriella, Cordell, Dominic, and Justin. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5 Okay. Okay, who wants to go first? Or did Nina, do you just want to keep going since you started with you?
Yeah, sure. I can go first. So in terms of the cover art, both Natsuki and Zoe I followed up with, and they're both still working on their designs. I know Natsuki's doing a lot with social media right now, so she said she might need a bit more time. But I did send the designs that we got from Elise and Aram. Elise is also finished her internship though. So these are the last designs we'll get from her. I'll share my screen so we can look at them.
She said she was going to give me or give us the Canva stuff so that if we needed to make edits, we could. Did she send that to you?
No, she did not, but I can ask her for those.
Okay. Yeah, she might have sent it to me, but it's better if she sends it to you guys as well. Then at least you can put it in with the. Is it? Do we have a Dropbox or do we have a Google Drive?
Google Drive.
Okay, so then you could put it in there.
Sorry, am I able to share my screen?
Oh, I have to give you permission or whatever. I have to just change the setting. I don't know why. I have to maybe change that in the master thing. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Um, so these are the new ones that were sent to me by Elise. We have these two versions of the Let's Go Dancing one. So she made them pink and changed the disco balls from cherries. And then the stars one that we had made, using this one over here, and then two new slam ones.
So all the ones on the bottom are new?
Yeah.
I love the light pink Let's Go Dancing. I love that with the disco balls.
I was gonna say I love the other pink. Why do you love the light pink one?
I don't know. I think it's just preference. I think it's just like, I'm not sure. I mean, I do think the other one kind of like stands out, but I think like that color of pink is kind of like a Sammy color. It's kind of have like a little bit of orange. So like for me, it doesn't read like, oh, as girly. It's kind of like more of a mature color.
Oh,
At
okay.
least that's how my brain's reading it. Because like when I think of coral and like salmon colors, like that's like more of like a like mature color that like women get when they're on vacation and stuff. I don't know. That's how my brain's reading it.
Is it really salmon? Because I don't see it as salmon, but maybe I see it as to me it's the same pink as the stars and the pink in the middle of the slam, the next one, and the next one. And it's sort of the same color as the signs up there.
I think it's maybe because of this, like because of like the bubble effect to it. I don't know. It's just I know it's kind of the same as stars. Like it is the exact one as stars, but for some reason, like it's just reading differently. Like my brain, like, but we can all like decide and vote, but or whatever, like whatever you guys think. It's not like it's bad. I just think it suits stars better than that one. It's all opinion, I guess.
So we had told her to what, change the slam one up top to say stars instead?
Yeah, this one with the clouds, we wanted it to be the stars one, and then she did add a few more stars in place of like these hearts. Um,
But she changed the font though.
yeah, she did change the font as well.
I like the other font better, but
Mm.
she moved the clouds around. She did, and she also did we tell her to take the pop remix and make it smaller?
I think we said we wanted all of them to have pop remix in the bottom corner, and
Oh,
then Power logo on the other corner, but I guess this one's missing the girl power logo. Just because for this one, that's how it is.
Yeah,
Um,
I think. Oh, and Let's Go Dancing is missing the girl power logo on one of them.
yeah.
What is it at the? Oh, that's just a shadow. Never mind. Okay. And then the two slam. What did we tell her there? Just make the colors brighter or something? Is that what we told her?
Yeah, I think we just wanted more impact for this one. So like more contrast in the colors, just because the yellow was a little like it wasn't giving that like slam type of vibe.
So we've already decided on the one up top that's yellow, right?
This one, the signs, yeah, this one's confirmed.
Okay. So if we go with yellow there, and we went with, right now, the new stars one is pink.
Mm-hmm.
If we went with that one, and then if we either have them all pink, or we choose the slam with the blue in it.
Mm-hmm.
That one there. Up, deleted it.
Oh, no idea.
You've lost your second row somehow.
Yeah. And then again, really quickly.
Good thing you know how to do this fast.
Yeah.
It would take me forever to.
Um, one more. Okay. So we have the yellow, the pink, and then the blue one, you said?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what we would have if we went for them all to be different. We could flip it though, and we could have them all pink. Because
Mm-hmm.
there's a version where they're all pink.
Yeah, there is.
And all the same pink too.
Yeah.
Let me try.
But put and then
So then for the first one, would we go with the light pink?
yeah, if we're looking for differences, yeah.
The all pink is cute. It just seems more cohesive, all pink, actually, just looking at it like this.
Yeah, I think so too.
It just all looks like it belongs to
Yeah.
the same album.
And the only thing we're missing, maybe she could do this for us, is she could put the Girl Power logo on the bottom left-hand corner.
Mhm.
of
I
stars.
mean, she is
Stars.
done her internship though, so I'll just get her to send over the camera, and then maybe we can ask someone else to do it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take someone else hours. I think she would do it for us. Can you just
Okay.
ask her, say, Dawn was wondering if you would? I mean, if she says no, then we can ask somebody else, but yeah, and I can see why she chose this other font for stars, because the one that was in this design before is closer to the slam font,
Yeah.
right? Can you just scroll up there for a minute?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the same. It just has the outline.
Mm.
It's like it has a silver. I think it's silver outline.
Yeah, it's not the same font because there's like a curve on the S
Oh,
and there's
right,
other,
right.
but it's more similar than the other way. Because
Mhm.
even if you look at it side by side, the yellow slam versus the pink slam right there, the font's different, but it's okay.
I think she copied the font that was used on the actual star, like the original stars like released, like what's released
Oh,
on
maybe.
Spotify.
Yeah, maybe she
Yeah,
did.
because it looks so familiar.
Okay, so do you want to go with the pink then?
I vote pink.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the paint is good.
The consistency is very nice.
Yeah.
Ah.
And this
Because
is
there's enough differences. Sorry, sorry.
no, and this is the pop one, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
There's like
Okay,
enough
so
differences in like all the items that are in there, and like the font is different, so like just having all the same pink kind of brings it together. Because
Mm.
everything else is so different.
We may want to have somebody do it because if you look at the signs in Slam, the pop remix is bigger there and it's smaller in the other one.
mm,
So just ask her, say, how much work would it be to bring those two pop remixes into alignment with the other two pop remixes and add the Girl Power logo?
mhm.
And if it's too much work, then we'll find somebody to do it. I'm just kind of thinking won't be a lot of work, but if I'm wrong, then she can let us know.
Okay, I'll email her then. And
Yay.
so we'll go to R&B.
So pop is done, and what's the other one that's done? Do we have another one that's done, or only pop right now?
Well, Aram sent over the other two for the Signs and Galaxy for the R&B remixes.
Okay.
Like if I potentially do them, I think we were just trying to
Yeah.
make sure that, yeah.
Exactly. So these are the cover art she had, if we do decide to release this album.
I like Galaxy. The signs is giving a little bit like electronic, like, and it doesn't have the flower. So it's kind of
Mm,
giving like a different vibe. And it's kind of like, because we were trying to stick with like girls that like look like real girls. And I think just the middle one's a little bit like ethereal. That would be my only thing.
They all
Like
have
if I were to,
Style doesn't match as closely.
yeah.
they all have the headphones, which is good.
Mhm.
Would we want them all to have the flower in the mouth? Like, I'm not sure why it's in the mouth, but now that I think about it, but is it in the mouth or like below the mouth, or is it just sitting there, I guess?
For Slam, it looks like she might be holding it because I can see a stem.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
For Galaxy, I think she's just chilling. She's really likes roses, I guess.
Like what's that scene in Shrek with the Prince Charming with the rose in the mouth?
Yeah.
That's the vibes.
Do we want to tell her to give the Galaxy one a stem?
Um, I'd say
I don't
so.
think people are gonna question it too much. Like, until you pointed it out, I didn't really think about it. Like, it's nice, but I don't know that it's like necessary, you know,
Um,
because
it's
it like
the
can take forever to do those things.
it's the same font for Slam and Galaxy.
Yeah.
So do we want to tell her to use the same font for the signs?
Yeah, if she's gonna do that,
Yeah.
might as well do it the signs as well.
Mm.
I think the contrast in the background of Galaxy can be like dark, a little bit darker, because it kind of blends with her hair a bit. And
really?
like R&B is just a little bit like, I don't know. Like Slam, I feel like represents R&B a little bit more because it's usually like it's not like all R&B is like darker, but they use like it's just it's I don't know. Contrast I think would be helpful there.
Really? Just because of
Yeah,
the,
what are your opinions?
well, I love the picture, so I'm just wondering, I guess you're reflecting more the music or something?
Yeah, I'm just looking at Slam and then I'm looking at Galaxy. And I just think her hair is just like kind of blending in with the colors of the background a lot.
What do you guys think, Haley and Nina?
Yeah, I agree with Mary on that one.
And that's very
Yeah, I think especially over here, it's like really blending in a lot.
Mm.
So not that she has to change the hair color, but maybe like just make it more defined where the hair ends and the background starts.
Yeah. If the hair in the background aren't the same color, it would make more sense, you know? Like on the left side of that photo, we have more blues and purples. If we did that on both sides, I think that would fix the issue, right? Just like changing the hue or something.
so not necessarily changing the color, just changing the intensity.
Contrast, yeah.
Yeah, like contrasting colors.
Okay, but if you say contrasting color, she's going to change the colors. What I'm asking is if she just changed the darkness of it without
Oh,
changing the colors, because it's a
yeah.
different task to change
You
the
can tell her just to increase the contrast, like the of the hair.
Mm.
Because that would make because in most like editing software, like contrast is like a tool, and then like just like turning up the contrast on like one item, like would then make it darker or make it lighter. So like less contrast would make it like fainter, and then more contrast would like make it like have more dark color.
Yeah.
Like it would keep the color, it would just like it would just affect the shade. Like I don't know how to explain from that.
yeah,
I think
it's like the like
intensity.
yeah, it's like a filter. Like you can
Uh-huh.
filter it so the picture becomes the background in the area that's very white becomes less white by adding a filter. But I don't know how she created this, if she created the background separate from the girl.
Mm.
Mm.
If she didn't create the background separate from the girl, she'll have difficulty perhaps doing what we're asking.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I feel like if you're doing digital art, you know you have like a billion layers. I don't really do digital art, but I know that there's like so many different layers for those kinds of reasons. So I'm assuming it probably won't be too hard, but if it is, then
But she did this with artificial intelligence, so I don't know if she did the
oh,
background,
AI. Oh, okay, okay.
did it all together, or she did it separately.
Well, I mean, you can stick the image into AI and say, make the background less confused. Like, I don't know how to word it, but I don't think it would be too much of an issue for them.
'Cause remember for the EDM for Let's Go Dancing, there was another version that was made that was kind of like made the pastel Let's Go Dancing the house Let's Go Dancing and like changed it into like a deep pink, which it kept like the same, kept everything the same. Yeah, on the side. So of course there was changes there, but like it was still like a similar situation and it just changed like they probably just put in like make it like dark pink or something. And then
Yeah.
it created a difference there. So I think it's possible to just make it more contrasting. But even so, it is nice. I'm not trying to be nitpicky.
Okay, so for the middle one, we're saying same font as the other two, and then what else?
Probably,
Um,
yeah.
sorry, I was gonna say probably move R&B remix down to the corner, and then maybe switch these so that it's
They're consistent.
consistent
Yeah.
with slam line.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just let her decide which. I mean, I guess the other ones have girl power on the left. So yeah, I guess if you go girl power on the left, and is this one is a hip hop R&B remix, and the other two are just R&B remixes, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
And what do we? To me, sorry, I'll just be really direct about it. All three of these girls, and I know the girl in the middle is a little bit Asian, but they're all come off as very white.
Hmm.
And so if she's gonna like I love that picture, but I'm just thinking if she can change it to some other nationality or ethnicity, whatever. Not
I
nationality.
was thinking the girl of the Galaxy, she was like more like Latina. But you can't really see, you can't really see,
Interpretation.
yeah, it's interpretation.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to see her that way, you can. If you don't want to see her that way, you won't. But there's no difference in this kind of this. There's not like enough of a difference. So can for me, if you can ask her to change that into a different ethnicity.
For Galaxy and the signs, or just
No,
the
just a
sign?
sign.
Just the signs? Okay. And then did we want like the rows for the signs as well?
I think it would be good for consistency.
Yeah.
Maybe
Even if it's in the hair or anything, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
part of her necklace or something.
Okay.
Just somewhere in there.
In her teeth.
And then for like the colors in the background, do we think this one's okay?
Probably just need to add a little bit of black in the background because there's black in the other two or whatever that, if it's navy blue, I'm not really sure. But that very dark color that's in the other two. Doesn't have to be a lot, but you know, if it had just been in some of these lines that she has in the signs.
Mm.
Okay. So I'll tell her for the signs to change the girl to a different ethnicity, add a rose somewhere. It doesn't have to be by the girl's mouth necessarily. It can be like in her hair, on her necklace or something. As well as for the background, add a bit more black or like darker colors so that it's consistent with the other two. And then change the font so that it's the same as the other two as well.
And then move the girl power logo and the R&B remix thing. Yeah, and make sure she knows that we think what she did is awesome. It's really good.
And then the other design she sent me were for the house album. So she sent me this one because I know we want to switch these two. And then I asked her to, like, for the So New one, to change the girl because it was a little bit too similar, but she said she couldn't do it, so she just gave me a new So New. As well as the altered version of this one for Let's Go Dancing because I believe we said we were using this one for the signs. And then I'm still waiting on her to send me the second slam cover because I believe we have 2 slam house remixes in this album.
So basically it's those 2 up top, Slam and So New, and then it's the one right below it for Let's Go Dancing.
Yeah, so these 2, this one, and then I'll move these all so that they're together. Okay.
And she needs to do one more what? Slam?
Yeah, there needs to be one more slam.
And is she working on it, or we have to give her more direction?
I asked her about it in my initial email, and then she sent me these, so I think she just might have forgotten to do the second slam. So I followed up with her yesterday or 2 days ago about making that second slam. But she hasn't gone back to me yet, so I can follow up with her again.
Okay. I'm thinking again from an ethnicity perspective, that other person should be either, I'll just say countries, either like India, Philippines, or obviously, more obviously, Japanese or Korean or Chinese. But
Okay.
I would tend to go not Chinese and Japanese only because, again, they're light skinned. So I would tend to go with anybody who's more brown skinned, but not the girl who's on Slam. But since it's another Slam, maybe more like Filipino or something.
Okay.
So more like obvious representation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you basically on the left have 2 white girls, and then the one on the bottom, she sort of looks, she could be a white girl.
Yeah.
So unless she wants to change the Let's Go Dancing girl, but she's not really showing her face, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the one called for the signs, it's design wise, we should just like have her do all the other things we want to do. So for instance, is the logo going to be in the same spot, or is it going to be in different spots? Like right now it's like in the 2 on the left have it in the middle, and the 2 on the right, one it's in the right, one's on the left. And then, we have different ways to represent house remix. And on the signs, I can't even see what it says underneath the signs, but it doesn't have the font that the rest of them have.
Okay.
She's got So New and Slam are the same font, and the signs in Let's Go Dancing are a different font. So I'm just bringing it up. We don't have to give her any direction until we all decide. Like, do we want them all to be more similar, or are we spreading it out across this variety? What do you guys think?
I think it kind of looks okay the way that it is, but like because there is just so many differences, it kind of just like there's already so many differences in the colors and like different elements that I think like it's almost bringing it together that it's all over the place. Like it's all kind of like not the same, but they all have headphones, so that brings them together. So it's like it's not as like it doesn't stand out as much as like the other ones do because there is so many different placements of like the girls in these photos that it kind of is hard to all have them in the same like area other than just having them like like if we want to just standardize it and just tell all the graphic design people that girl power is on the left and the remix is on the right. If we want to do that, we could do that as well.
Yeah, I think I agree. I like the differences, but in that case, I would say that we should probably not have Slam and So New be the same. Like if we're gonna have them different, then they should all be different or all the
Yeah,
same.
I agree.
And the thing that's the same on those two Slam and Sony is just the font. The rest is not the same.
The font and
Yeah.
the placement of the things between their beside their heads. Kind of.
Or you're saying house remix underneath So New and
Yeah,
electronic. Is the Slam one electronic hip hop?
yeah. That's what it says.
I know, but I'm asking Mary, is it electronic hip hop? Is that what we're,
I don't,
or is
I
it
didn't,
another
I,
house?
I think we just took out hip hop. I think it has like, of course, some elements from like hip hop, but it's just like a subgenre of electronic. It still follows, I think that's what we wrote down. Let me just check.
'Cause right
Because
now it's like,
I don't remember writing down hip hop next to that for like a good while.
and then what does it say underneath the signs? I can't read it.
Hmm.
I still can't read it. It's unreadable. Oh, it was the person who did it remixed by,
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, it needs to be changed to whatever kind of remix this is.
okay.
So Mary, can you just verify for the one that's not there, the Slam one that's not there, what's the name on that one? And what's like, is it, and then the one that is here, what it should be?
So for the one that's not there, that's EDM Alt Remix by Cordell for Slam. And then I'm just trying to find hey Nina, really quickly because you're already in the tab and you have the screen. Can you just go to the remix review,
This one?
that original one? Yeah. And then can we just go down to Slam by Sam? Yeah, okay. So I think we just put house. I think that's what we changed it to. So I'm just trying to find it here. And I'm looking up like electronic hip hop. Like searching that up and it's not coming up. So I think we just put it as house. And I remember
Okay.
hearing it and I remember distinctly that I didn't say like I didn't think it was hip hop.
Okay.
Sam.
And what's the signs one?
Um, I have the whole I sent you guys a thing. Let me see.
I believe this one's also house.
But it's the one by Mackie.
It's the one by Mackie.
I think. I don't know.
Um,
But then it means we're missing a signs from Sam if his is by house. If his is house.
I don't remember having any remixes by Mackie other than the pop ones.
yeah. I think it was originally a pop cover and that's what happened. Because
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. So this one should be house.
And I think it might just be like I mean we could like be more specific, say like this is the EDM alt remix or just keep just saying electronic for all of them.
Not house?
Mm, like these are like very like minute subgenres. This is like I mean you can. You can. Like that's what we had but like we're releasing a house like once this gets released, it's being released under either house or electronic. But electronic kind of like is more of like a broader genre. House, dubstep, alternative EDM, uh bass and like all those things, those are kind of like underneath. So if you were to say like soul music, right? For example, soul music, and then you'd be like, oh, neo soul, contemporary R&B, like these like and then hip hop and all these kinds of things. That's like what would fall under into
So
like subgenres.
have we figured out where we have Cordell, Terrell,
Yeah.
and Dominic? Have we figured out where their music is going?
Cordell, he's gonna be in the House Remix album, so hopefully we can get that soon so we can put him in the first album launch.
But none of these designs are for him.
No.
Okay.
His will be the new one that we're asking.
I thought that was just that was Sam. The EDM alt one.
Yeah.
So the EDM alt is Sam,
EDM alt is Cordell.
is Cordell.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's Terrell's music?
Terrell.
Bossa Nova is one of them. I know either Terrell or Dominic.
Terrell's is the Let's Go Dancing one, I believe.
Oh, he would also be in that same album because he's doing like a electro funk remix,
Yeah,
which still is
electro
electronic.
What song is he doing, Terrell?
Let's Go Dancing.
And then what is Dominic doing?
Dominic's doing Bossa Nova remix, but I don't know what song he's doing or songs if he's doing more than one.
Okay, but Bossa Nova would go here, right?
Bossa Nova is jazz. So I don't know where that would go. It would have to kind of be its own thingy.
I don't think it fits in any of the albums we currently have right now.
Like Dawn, you know the song Girl from Ipanema? Tall and tan and young and lovely. That's like a popular Bossa Nova song.
Okay.
Just to give you like a reference.
Okay. So we need another design for Terrell.
Yeah.
No, Terrell's would be the Let's Go Dancing one here.
Are we sure?
I don't believe we had one.
We already had a Signs by Sam.
Terrell is Let's Go Dancing.
Oh, Let's Go Dance. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So that would be for Terrell.
Yeah, this one's Terrell's.
But wasn't there somebody else who did it? Who did Let's Go Dancing for House?
I don't think so.
Oh, I think there is a Let's Go Dancing by Sam. But remember, Don, you like asked like which songs like I think that shouldn't be released. And I said Let's Go Dancing by Sam. I said Let's Go Dancing by Dom, which we both agreed on. But Let's Go Dancing by Sam, there was just like some elements to it that would have to be definitely like fixed beforehand. And so like you reach out to me like privately in WhatsApp and you ask like can it be fixed? And then like I said this is what would need to be fixed for it to be like okay, like volume wise and different elements. And I don't know what the progress is on that.
And he never sent his stuff, although he told me he was going to, I think.
Yeah. So that's that. I have all this on Trello. I should just be going there.
Well, I've been doing some construction on that, by the way,
Awesome.
which once it's my turn, I'll share.
Cool.
Yes.
Means.
Okay, so let's finalize this. So all of these are going to be changed. We have one more coming, right? And it's which one? It's a second slam, the one from Cordell.
Mhm.
And they're all going to be changed to house remix.
I would say electronic, but if you want to go with house, you can just put it house for everything. I would say electronic would kind of be like more broad and it would apply to everything a little bit better because like for example, a house usually has like a very boom 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 like that genre has a very like boom 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 like kind of vibe, and Cordell's electronic like EDM alternative thing is a little less, it has a little less of that. So I think electronic would kind of be better suited for everything. I think it's more applicable. I don't know what you guys' opinion on that is.
Yeah, I can go with electronic. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna electronic.
The only thing is Aram is leaving very soon, so we need to kind of push these through as fast as we can. So what I'm hearing is we want her to change the font on So New, I guess. We like it, that font on Slam.
Yeah.
So change just the top piece, just the So New part. And we want her to understand that we want different fonts for each one, including the new one. We want a different ethnicity in the new girl versus what we have already. We want to change them all to electronic remix. And is that it?
Did we want to change the placement of where the girl power is, or are we okay with its random placement?
I think because we said with everything was random, it was okay.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
I would just say don't put it in the middle because you already have two in the middle.
Okay.
So put it either lower left or lower right.
Okay.
And stay within, this color palette. Like we're not looking for a black and white version, which would be obvious. But let her know that this is how it all fits. This is what we're choosing.
Okay, sounds
Okay,
good.
so lo-fi is done, pop is done, house is done. What else do we have to do? Bossa Nova? And any other genres we have?
I
Um,
guess Gabrielle is working on rock, but we're not sure what the progress on that is.
Yeah, so I'll just put it to the side for the moment. So
I actually, I don't know if we've deleted it already, but there was one that was kind of like we had for house originally for slam that was like in a desert, and it was kind of just like, I don't know if people were walking in the desert or something, but I think that would have been okay for like rock. I don't know where that is. Yeah. Wait, keep going down. Sorry. Yeah, like these kinds of things here, like stars, the ones for stars and the one for slam, and um, like stars, that one's kind of rockish. It could be if you change the font, like that color palette at least.
I don't think we need to think about it because we don't even know if she's going to be doing it yet.
Right, that's true.
But lo-fi is done, right? So we can start to launch lo-fi. Like, and what is this? Did we ever?
Lo-fi, I'm just waiting on Natsuki to send me the edited version of
Oh,
the
okay.
slam with like the blue in the background, as well as like making this neon blue match this neon blue.
Okay. Just tell her we need it by Thursday.
Okay.
Mary, just because I keep forgetting to ask you, I know you did this already, but I don't know where you sent it to me. I asked you to do the UPC codes and the other codes.
Yep.
How did you send it to me somehow?
Yeah, I sent it to Don Project List and Don Van Dam. Damn Van, the other one. I can't ever say it right.
Van Dam Don.
Yes.
Where do you know what you
I can
called it?
I can send it again, but I sent it as
Yeah,
I'm
just
just gonna
send
make
it
sure.
again if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'll just send it again.
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Keep going. Yeah, coming.
I think that's pretty much everything from me. I don't know
Awesome.
about the Bossa Nova covers because we don't really know what Dominic's working on, so
Right.
I guess should we just wait until next week? Because also that will probably have to be its own album, though.
Yeah, I would say that it's not probably like everything else is like number one.
Okay.
There's a lot
Bossa
right
Nova
now.
one? What did you say will have to be its own album?
The
Bossa
Bossa
Nova.
Nova.
Can you just, when you were talking to him, ask him, is he doing one song? Or is he doing more than one song?
Okay, I'll ask him.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's everything for me.
awesome. Great work, Nina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who wants to go next?
I'm just sending the codes, so Haley, if you could spot me here and go
Yes.
first. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so I've been, hold on, I'm trying to pull up something on my computer here. Okay. I've been doing some construction on the Trello, as I mentioned.
Awesome.
Oh, there she goes again. Okay. Well, I'll share my screen while we're here. Okay. So I guess I'll wait. Because Dawn has not yet seen the Trello board.
You don't have to wait for me. You can show it to her, but I can watch it later.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, let me just get right in here then. So I think it was Mary. You
Yeah.
started working on it, which is super cool. I like this. So basically what I did is I made a couple of more boards within the workspace. Just getting a little bit more specific with it. So launching in timelines, for example, helpful launch info, right? The target date, and you can, and for us, we can put it in, and this will be able to work for anyone that we put in. And for us specifically, since we have like a bit of, it's like rolling, right? We're not putting out every single remix at once. We can just add a launch date. We can say stars house remix and then say date, right? So we can have a very clear list and we can organize it by order of launch, right? Super cool. And then this is just like an example that came with the board. Like I used a pre-made one and then I changed it up. So like launch timeline, I don't know what stakeholders is. I don't know if that has to do with like investors, but here we go. Launch timeline. And then I'm just showing here that we can have due dates for things, right? So that's super helpful. At least for me, that's super duper helpful. And we can change these, and then once we finish it, woohoo, it's done, right? So super cool. And people can make the description and add things, right? So helpful launch info in progress, right? Things that are ready for launch and things that have launched, right? So this is just a very big overview of the timeline, right?
Right.
And to me, this looks very nice and clear. And yeah, so then I did a promotional content page. So I did content, I left this in here so that people could look at it. But this is my read me first board. So basically, within each type of media, we can do it by type or by specific platform if we want to. For right now, I just did it by style. So like a blog post, short videos like reels and TikToks, photo content, whatever. We can add and change whatever we need to fit all of the different kinds, right? Because I'm not super huge into like the social media marketing part yet, right? I'm mostly behind the scenes. So I don't know every single thing that's out there, but we can put them in if we need to. And I'm thinking we can have one list for ideas, so people can put in whatever ideas they want, right? So right here I've written for each type of media, we can have an ideas list where you can just throw it in there. People can comment on it, be like, I like this idea, or what if we added this or changed this, right? And then someone could say, oh, I'll do this thing, right? Like I'll work on this media post, or you can assign it to someone as well. I didn't write that in, but yeah. So, and it could also be in checklist format if we wanted to, so they could be crossed off once they're done. And then we can also have a board, a little card within the list for finished content, right? So within Trello, we can add attachments, and a bunch of different things, right? So once it's finished, we can have it in the Trello so we can clearly see it.
Mhm.
And we're not like, oh, did someone get this? Did someone get that? Blah, 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 right? Everything is already on the Trello, so everyone will have access to it. Everyone who's in
Awesome.
the workspace, right? And then this just shows us how does the template work, right? It gives you different things that you can do with it, etc. And then I thought this one would be relevant, so I kept this as well. Basically, how to sync it with your Google Sheets, because we use lots of those. Yeah.
Awesome.
So that. And then I kind of used your networking on the promotional plan page,
Mhm.
and I kind of made it a little more detailed, I guess. So like overall big thing, and then specifics. Big
Okay,
thing,
cool.
specifics. And then we can add more as we go, because I know when I'm doing these things, I forget about one thing or another thing, and then I'm like, oh gosh, right?
Right.
So yeah. And
Awesome.
then I think that's all I have for now. And of course we can add one that's like so we could create one called like artwork, right? So hold on, let's see. Artwork. And we could say house remixes, right? And you can just attach all of the completed ones, right?
Uh-huh.
Or sorry, finalized. So house.
I think Nina did that. I think there
Oh,
already is one.
oh, is there?
Like that's what I kind
Like in
of
here?
worked on it a little bit. I don't know if no, it's just remixes. Let me see.
Yeah,
Um,
there's one you shared with me, Mary, I think. Remix tracking, it was called.
yeah. Mm, Is it
Yeah.
not like available for you guys?
I don't see it. Is it, did you like publish it?
Yeah, it's published. It's shared. I
Okay.
could share. So the ones I made some other things like there's the remix tracking one and then there's the cover art.
Okay, I didn't see that in mine.
So let
When
me
did you
just
add those?
while back.
Oh, because the only thing I see that I didn't do is the promotional plan, this one right here.
Okay. Yeah. So I just didn't share it to you accidentally. My bad. I apologize. I don't know why
That's
it's
okay.
published. I don't know why it can't just be like for everybody. Like you can see it. Like I could see when you make like I could see the new ones you've done.
Hmm,
So I'm not really sure. Sorry about that. I'll just add you right now.
that's okay.
You should see it like now.
I'm just gonna delete the board that I just made. Um, okay, let me refresh my page. Oh, oh, I see cover art.
And there's a remix tracking one. And
Oh, very nice.
let me see if there's any other ones that I Do you see the one with the mountain in the back? It's a promotional plan. Yeah, you were working with that, right?
Yeah, that's the only one I could see.
Okay, well, let me just see.
And I'm gonna go ahead and delete the second promotional plan that came with the,
Okay,
because I feel like it's just confusing at this point.
all right.
I'll close it for now, so you can still access it. But yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's perfect. Great job. Nina, how do you How do you think about what do you think about the okay, my organization I've already said it's not for everybody. What do you think about the cover art
No, I think it's
organization?
good. I think
Okay.
it's nice because I can just like drag and drop things
Yeah.
into different areas.
The one
Yeah,
the one
you
thing
would-
I would have to say is for like finalized or something, maybe we could sort it by category. Um
They're
just
color coded, but yeah,
oh, the
that's true.
colors, right. I forgot about the colors. Okay, never mind. That's good.
I also did attach the completed files to these cards, but I didn't know if you wanted me to like make them the cover or whatever so you can see it right when you look at it. Because if you do that, like you won't, it's not going to be color coded, but if you click into them, the finalized files are in there.
Okay.
Amazing.
I see.
Look at
Very nice.
that. Look at how
That's
cool that
good. I like
is.
that.
That's perfect. Yeah, it's okay to keep it that way because then it's just to have them there. Thank you so much, Nina, for that. That's great.
Oh, no worries.
Cool. And then I think one thing, let's see, I'm trying to consider if we should make this its own board or if it could just be shoved into cover art, but copies of the artwork without the text um for like canvases and stuff. Do you think we should stick that in cover art?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put that
Yeah.
in. So cover art, no text,
Hmm.
and then just chuck those in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think in general, it would be nice to have versions, whether we're using them for canvases or not, to have them without the text, just in case, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Amazing. Great job, ladies. It's
Yes.
great.
And feel free to add in things that are relevant to your own like sort of area. Of course, this is Nina's area here, but for me, for example, I need to contact some social media people. So I'm gonna later I'll probably go ahead and throw that into a social media page. Um, but oh, you know what though? I'm gonna make templates of everything before
Yes.
so that we can um so that we can reuse it without it being a whole jumbly mess.
Great
So
job.
so yeah, I'll do that after we finish up here. So don't add anything, but I'll let you know when I've made the templates. And for the cover art template, I'll just make a blank one, make it a template, and then delete it. Because I'm not gonna mess up all of the work that's done in this one already.
I have a question because I'm just looking at your boards. I don't think I just shared to you the remix one as well, and it's not
Here, let
showing.
me refresh. My computer is so it cannot handle like two programs at once. So
No.
I've had this since before I started college. It's starting to crap out.
Okay, there it is. The bottom there.
Here we are.
So there might be things that like could be organized better here, but I just put that there, like those are the albums.
Oh yeah. And I see
Um,
little checklists.
yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's good.
You're like, yeah.
Okay. So for something like this, I'll probably leave like one or two of them in just so that people in the future can see what the like as an example template.
Yeah.
Or I'll add examples in so that people can understand.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll take some time and think about it.
You can even just beside the cards, you could say example, like beside, and see how it says house album. You can say example use of template or example whatever.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
But yes, I did. Can you scroll all the way to the very end?
Mm-hmm.
So I want this to be like maybe I should move it to the front, but
This
yeah, it's just like must haves before final submission. Like I think that like anybody going forward or anything, like things should just be like, I even think for cover art there should be like some kind of format as well before people are able to like, because of course before people are able to like leave the program or anything or leave the internship or say that they've finished a project, because I think it's important that they have these like these things met, they've completed these things, so that's not
Hmm.
extra work for us.
Hmm.
And yeah, I don't know if, because like you've you've been doing a lot of this stuff and you've seen like the kind of notes that we keep getting um to like make the artwork proper. Um maybe we can collaborate or figure out like a template, because I think that like in the future it could be a lot smoother. Like if they just know keep the girl power on the left, keep
Yeah.
the name of the thing on the right, like make sure that when if you're doing an entire album set that you have a feature that is the same, like those kinds of things, make sure that you're doing a review.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we
those
can
kind I don't know.
we can definitely add in here, like for example, cover art, not rules. What's the word? Not
Requirements for submission is what I said for the other one.
okay, cover art. Sub I
Submission
cannot
requirements.
see behind the little picture. Oh, here we are. Sorry, I'm not good at computers. Cover art submission requirements. And then we'll just say something like consistent logo placement, etc. We can add more later. But yeah, that's good. I'm really liking the Trello board.
Yes.
I can't believe I forgot about it.
Yes. I just want to say one thing, Nina, I'm just realizing it must be very late for you. So if you need to go, you go, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a lot left to update on?
I'm
Um,
pretty much done. So,
the only thing I was gonna mention is that I'm just creating like a promotion plan. Like I know I keep talking making a promotion plan, but I'm making like a huge one where it could be applicable to all. And then I'm making like a step-by-step process of like what needs to be done first. And then just making sure that like I have like the proper resources and stuff. Like I've even talked to like some of my own like artist representatives, like some of my teachers and different things to make sure that like all the promotion, because promotion is so important to have like a proper promotion plan and have a pre-save plan and stuff. So I've just been coming up with those ideas, and then like I'm making like a step-by-step process. I'm gonna do that today and tomorrow. And then like I want to make a template, because like each of these things, like what I mean by a promotional plan is that like a pre-save, for example, Nina and Haley, a
yep.
pre-save a pre-save campaign should happen around like two to 4 weeks before the release, right? And these are the dates and timelines. So I'm gonna have like a template so that everyone can see like for whatever project you're working on, this is when these things should be completed. And then like we'll just come together and figure out what those exact dates would be for us and for our current project. And so that's something that I hope to have completed and brought to everybody next Saturday. So
Okay.
that is it.
Very
Sounds
nice.
good.
I'm just
Um,
writing instructions, don't mind me.
yeah, that's everything. I'm probably gonna go to bed now.
Okay,
But
awesome.
guys, I'll see you next week.
Yeah,
All right,
Bye.
see
bye.
ya. Have a great time. Bye.
All right.
So I don't know if we're allowed to just end it without Dawn here.
I think it's probably fine.
Okay.
I do have one question for you though.
Yes.
So you're doing the transcriptions, right? For some of the songs?
Yeah.
Okay. I've completed most of it, but some of them are very electronic noises, and I don't even know how to begin with those.
Uh-huh.
Do I just leave them out? Because some of it's like sweep, and it's like a whoosh noise.
Yeah,
I'm like, how
those
do I
kinds of
notate that?
those sound effects you don't have to have.
Okay.
Like,
Super.
yeah. What has been your process to do the transcription? Because I'm kind of having a I'm kind of having a hard time
Oh
with
yeah,
some
hold
of
on.
this stuff.
Let me pull up my. Just give me 1 second. My computer is being so slow. Because I finished stars today. With the exception of 3 wave files that are just kind of wacky.
Mhm.
Are you what software are you using? Or are you doing
Sibelius.
okay. Yeah, I started with Muse score in grade 7 and I just have not switched yet.
I feel that I was using MuseScore, and then my teacher literally said, "Throw mu," like you could like I don't know how you could tell, but he could obviously tell. He's like, "Throw MuseScore away in the garbage. Throw it out." I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, sorry," but that
It's
just
better
means
than
that
it
I
was.
suck, huh?
Yeah. So I kind of went down like each thing and I just used instruments that sounded close enough and I renamed them. So like sub bass, I'm pretty sure is a trombone or something. Um and like plucked, I don't know what instrument that is, but I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure I made it a bass guitar,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
And then I time stamped everything every like 4 bars or something. Like I listened to the track and I made timestamps so that it was a lot easier to like go to a certain spot.
Mhm.
And I just kind of sat there and plunked it out. You know, I condensed the drum set except for things that I could not condense into it.
Mhm.
Um I don't really know how else to explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
kind of went with what was easiest first. I did the
Yeah.
vocals last.
We have to do vocals?
I don't know if we do. I added them just in case.
Wow.
But I only made 3 background vocals because that's what I felt was like in the files there's like 13 vocal files and I'm not doing that. Um
Right.
we're having lead, backup and backup 2, like
Wow.
so they can figure that out.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. And like
Awesome.
for like this, there's a lot of like the electric piano. It's basically 4-part harmony. I literally just sat there with my headphones and heard every note. Like I sat there at my keyboard like, hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know I'd need to use my oral skills so soon. But here we are.
I know. Gotta hear
Thanks,
them all.
university, for teaching.
Yes.
But yeah, and like I did do a bunch for my other tune, Slam, a little while ago, but I just started looking at it again today. I got sick of it and started doing stars instead.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm in the process of condensing the drum set into one part.
Mhm.
Um, and then once I finish a track, I check it against the full song without the vocals. Um,
Mhm.
so like I've got a list. Hold on. I don't know if you can see my notebook up here.
Mhm.
Um, hold on. Yep, that's right. I've got like my completed tracks. This is for stars, and then these are not done because I literally can't do those.
Mhm.
Um, and then this one is slam. I've completed and checked these against the full track and make sure it lines up with each and every one. And then I have my note here that I'm trying to roll all of the percussion into drum set, if that makes sense.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So like it's a whole process. It's very time consuming. I
Yeah,
spent a lot of hours on this.
that's what I'm finding. But that because I've already spent like a good amount of hours to like maybe like 4 hours on each.
Yeah.
And I'm just finding that like just with everything that I'm doing, it's just like a little bit hard because like my oral skills are like good, but it's just like it's really testing them. Like they're not like the
Mhm.
strongest, you know.
Yeah.
Out of all the skills I have, it's not it's not the biggest one on my skill tree. So I appreciate you
Definitely.
showing me the process.
Yeah, definitely do it in front of a keyboard if you can.
Yeah.
Hello.
Sorry, I'll watch the rest later.
That's all right. We've finished our chats and we did the Trello here. You'll be able to see. I think you'll really like it.
Yeah, I could hear it. Like my dad's sick, so he keeps having these issues.
Mm.
But I could hear you guys talking about it a little bit. Yeah, it sounds great. Like just and fundamentally, we're getting ready to help other artists, right?
Yeah.
Brianna said she'll probably. I asked her if she could come this week. She said she was too busy, probably with Mother's Day and stuff. But she's probably going to come next week. So then we can start to see what we can do to help her launch her music. And I'm going to try to get everything, Mary, that you did for symphonics fix so that we can start to launch this music. Because if we can push Netsuki, then we have the two lo-fis to launch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we could actually even probably start to launch some of the pop stuff now that we've decided that it's going to be all pink. And we even have, two of the songs for house. I think at least two there that are ready.
Right.
So, yeah, it would be kind of good to get them all loaded up and then kind of start to figure out the promotion schedule. And so let me just write down what I said. Two lo-fi, probably two pop at least, and two house.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, but you guys tell me what you think. My first thought a long time ago was to like rotate them and sort of do like a lo-fi and then a pop and then a house and then a lo-fi and then a pop and then a house, whatever we have, just to have some variety. But what do you think?
I think that's a good idea, personally. Just because then you're reaching out to like different audiences. Can play like you I think it's just like because if you're just gonna do like for a good couple months just like one genre, then it could like limit like your range or those kinds of things. So having a mixed bag is always good. Like it's always told to like beginning artists, or not that this is a beginning artist group or anything, but it's like because it's like a remix project and it's you know varied, is that it's good to like start like to show like different things that you can do and like have
Yeah.
them like rotate so that like you reach more people. So
Oh
you can
yeah.
see what works.
So just to throw you out something to think about, maybe we could talk about it next week because you've been on longer than you're supposed to. But um, all the songs were translated into 8 different languages, and so we could record them in 8 different languages. But I'm really having trouble motivating the girls to learn them in those languages and then practice them and then record them and so I don't know, maybe it's too big of a project, maybe it's too ambitious, or maybe
Maybe start with one, like, let's see. You could have each girl pick a language that they want to start with. Like if I know you said they don't necessarily want to, but make them pick one. And then just see how it goes. Tell them to just try it. You know. Lots of people are doing their songs in multiple languages. Like biggest obvious thing, K-pop, right? They're doing their songs in English, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, like they're doing it in a bunch of things, If you kind of appeal to them in like a, look, you're like these big cool people, they might be more into it, or something. But I think it'd be a good idea, you know. And like even in just in Canada, we're like the most multi-cultural country, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure Montreal's like the most like national thing in the world. So it'd be super beneficial to do that, you know? Um, yeah.
Mary, go ahead.
I agree. I just wanted to say because I'm learning like multiple languages. Like it's just something that I'm interested in. And I would say like starting them off with like any Latin based language is a lot easier. So if they learn like Spanish, it's really easy to do Italian. It's really easy to do Portuguese from there. And then also like doing French, like those are the main, like, those are the main ones that are be like kind of like easier to like get into. Like right now it's same alphabet, very similar vowels. There's the masculine and feminine and stuff, but they wouldn't even have to understand those things. They'll just have to you won't even have to do that. They'll just have to be able to sing the vowels and stuff, very similar. The only thing for Spanish, there's sometimes with the R's and sometimes with the H's, like the R's like sometimes are rolled and the H's like have a different kind of sound. So you just have to kind of like they'd have to kind of listen to other like Spanish singers. Oh, they could listen to there's a Michael Jackson did a remix. He did not remix. He did a French version and a Spanish version of Just Can't Stop Loving You.
Oh.
So you even like getting them to listen to those versions and see like the differences in how he had to sing the English version to the other ones, and they'll see that it's not very different. Like you just have to know how to pronounce the words, and then it's pretty similar.
What languages did you say he did?
Spanish and French.
And I have a suggestion as well. So over here in music school, all of my voice friends, they have vocal coaches. And I'm not saying you have to invest $1 billion into like bringing people in, but it would be very helpful to have them work with someone who knows about the different languages, right? Like because in opera, for example, um the singers will have to learn how to pronounce everything exactly right, and that's what the vocal coach is for. They're there to help you learn how to make the proper sounds, right? Because it can be frustrating if you're like, oh, I know I'm not singing this right, I'm embarrassed, I don't want to do it
Yeah.
because I don't know if I'm doing it right. So if you have someone work with them, I don't know, once a week or even less, maybe once a month if you want, but just helping them like to guide them into the right direction, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So they're very common. Um and if you're in Ontario, or sorry, wait. Yeah, my brain is blanking right now, but wherever you are, um I'm sure there'll be lots of resources. And if you're having trouble finding someone, go to the nearest university with an opera program and say, I need someone who can sing in languages, or who can coach like someone singing in a different language. And they'll help a lot, because that's within opera, at least, that's like a very big thing, pronouncing your words while singing, and it'll make the songs super super like cohesive and understandable. So yeah, that might motivate them a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's what I did was like, so for instance, the people who translated them were interns, and so they spoke the language, or maybe their parents spoke the language or something like that. But in most cases, they also recorded them saying the words and sort of
That's
maybe
good.
singing them. But I don't
Mm.
think it was enough to get the girls across the finish line, so to speak, because
Yeah.
I was saying learn them on your own, and then I'll have the intern come and coach you during the recording session, is kind of what I was thinking in my mind. But you're
Mm.
probably right. I need to get them so they feel they're um it I'll just give you a side example. I was learning how to ice skate. No, I was learning not ice skate. I was learning how to speak French before I came to Canada. and I had this Berlitz teacher, and when I would say something correct, she'd go, absolument parfait. And even though I didn't know what that meant, I knew it meant absolutely perfect, right? Because it's so
Yeah.
close to English. And every time she'd say that, like you could see like the smile on my face, I'd go like, wow, I did it right. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that's what you need is you need someone
Mm.
who's like, as they say, go, oh, so beautiful. And let's fix this little piece, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Because otherwise you're like, you don't even know. Like, if your ear's
Mhm.
not trained, I don't think you are trained to know the wrong things you're doing in another language.
Yeah. Yeah. Language is one of my things. I get it. Yeah.
So then the answer to my question is save up enough money to hire some coaches and then do it intensively. Because again, when I'm trying to manage a zillion things, the timeline gets spread out. So the
Mm.
timeline was spread out, and I think I lost their initial enthusiasm because some of the parents made some of the girls do it. Like the younger girls actually had done it, but the
Mm.
older girls wouldn't do it because, to your point, I think they felt embarrassed and they didn't have anyone. Like French would have been okay for some of them. Like in fact, one girl, she said, well, I don't really like the translations that were done. I'm going to redo them. She never redid them for me because then she got busy and then she kind of went off to university and then she quit Girl Power. So it just, I need, and I'm not like, I know absolument parfait and I know un poquito español. So because that's what I learned in the US. So yeah, I'm not at all really a help. I'm just a conceptual, like, yeah, we could get there.
Yeah.
But okay, thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the back burner. It's a good idea, but not right now until I can get the money. Maybe there's a grant for that though. Maybe
Oh yeah.
I'll ask my grant. There's a couple of people working on grants. I'll ask the grant team to see if there's money available to help in the translation.
Probably for French there is.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I could just sort of sneak a little bit of the money for the other languages, whatever. But even so, at least then I could get the French done and give them a real coach.
Yeah.
Yes.
And even trying like the Canada Council for the Arts or something. I don't know if they work with companies, but like those types of grant things.
Yeah. And
I know the government does a lot.
Yeah. And we're looking at all those. And I created a number of years ago a nonprofit company, which is the Music Matters Club, just for grant reasons.
Mm.
So,
Nice.
but I think I might have to have revenue before I can apply for a grant. And I've never had any revenue in that company because I'm not using it for anything.
Mm.
But anyway, it's something to figure out. So even if it's not for this album, at least the ideas for the future, a future album. We'll see. Cool. Okay. Well, thank you so much, ladies. So Mary, I'm talking to someone later on today about ginger spice. So I'll see if they're interested.
Okay. Whereabouts do they live?
Markham.
Okay, okay. When you talk to them, just see if they're able to come to Hamilton because that's where we're based. Like we do 2 rehearsals a week in Hamilton. So
Right. They probably take the train.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are they over 21?
Yes.
Okay.
And is it only for the summer?
Possibility of like keep going, yeah. Possibility of like lots of different things.
But the short-term need is the summer, right?
And the short-term need is for 6 shows this summer, yeah. So there's the one that's coming up is June 1st we're going to San Francisco. So of course if it's too soon, like they got to be prepared. So if it's too soon, I think they're gonna just try to make it work with one of the subs that they
Yeah.
have.
For this person, it wouldn't be too soon because they're a dancer since they were 2 years old, and they're a singer since they were 2 years old, pretty much 4, let's say.
I just mean like memorizing all of this stuff,
Oh,
but
they
like
have
if they have that skill that we okay.
Yeah, they're excellent at memorizing. Like they'll remember something that was done 2 years ago.
That's great. Okay. Perfect.
Can you just text me the dates? That way I can get a quicker answer.
Yeah.
Dates
Yeah, I
and
can text it.
locations. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send that to you.
Okay, great. Thanks. Okay.
Okay, sweet.
Thank you
Awesome.
so much. Progress. Yay.
Yeah.
Take care.
Take
Bye.
care, bye.